Oh no, an Alex Belfield video. No, please stop. Oh dear. Hey, tough fucking titties is my channel. I'll do what I want. Anyway, something significant has happened in the Alex Belfield story. So, it's come out that he has recently appealed his sentence. Now, he was given around 5 years for stalking, online stalking. And despite what his supporters say, it wasn't just hurty words, okay? I've done my videos explaining all this, and I still think the sentence was roughly just. Because the guy went out of his way using the internet and other means to ruin people's lives. And I know some of his victims were douchebags. Jeremy Vine, BBC slimeball, he is the douchebag, but did he deserve all that? Of course not. But he did what he did, and he's paid like the ultimate price. He lost his freedom, and he's now in jail. And he was moved to a lesser category jail recently, also, I do understand. Now, the sentence he was given was like in the mid-range for what he did. He could have very easily have received a tougher, longer sentence, but he didn't. The reason being, his type of stalking was like a new type of crime. They called it soft stalking. And the bloody idiot didn't help himself because he went to court, defended himself, and he showed no remorse. He didn't say sorry for it or nothing. Because let's face it, he is an egotistical narcissist. And so he's appealed his sentence now. And I think that's a big mistake. Now, as some of you know, I was a former prison officer. I spent 11 years in the criminal justice system, so I kind of know the ins and outs of how these things work. So to appeal a sentence, a prisoner, if they're not in a London jail, they get transported to the Court of Appeal in central London. Now, this will happen on the day of the hearing, so they can go back to their original prison, or they'll get housed in a London prison overnight, so this hearing can take place and they can be there. Usually, they have to be there for this. Now, more often than not, prisoners who go to the Court of Appeal in London to appeal their sentences, it does go ski-whiff. And it's very, very rare indeed for the law lords who sit in the Court of Appeal to uphold a prisoner's appeal and give them a reduced sentence or release them. More often than not, they'll add more to the sentence, and they'll do this because you've got the audacity and the nerve to appeal in the first place, because it costs money and they see it as a personal affront to their decisions. Now, I know this because I have had countless long conversations with barristers, because at the time, that aspect of the job, that really interested me, and I wanted to know how the cogs worked. So that's how I know. So his sentence was right in the middle of the guidelines on all 4 counts of what he was found guilty for. So an appeal judge could look at his case, see what he's done, and consider the fact that he pled not guilty and didn't show any remorse, and then move him to the high end and increase his sentence by at least a year or 2. So this is a massive risk for Alex Belfield. Now, I don't know if Belfield and his legal team know this. There is a Twitter account called the Victims Commissioner London. It's a Twitter verified blue tick. And they immediately tweeted after Alex Belfield's sentencing that the old sentencing guidelines have been wrongly applied for one of these convictions. The stalking spanned nearly a decade, so falls under new sentencing guidelines. And they would urge that the CPS UK to refer this sentence to the Attorney General under unduly leniency sentencing scheme. So a professional body out there thinks that Alex Belfield's sentence was unduly lenient, because what he did, what he put people through, spanned 10 years. And that could all go against him. And so the best thing for him to do now is have a good, long, hard think in his cell and contemplate whether he just wants to do his 2 and a bit years, because that's all you'll do. You won't do the full sentence, you'll do half, and you'll do the rest on licence. And if you fuck up whilst you're out on licence, then you're back in the clink for the rest of your sentence. And allegedly, apparently, the guy said he's going to be back once he's out. He's going to be back online doing this again. I mean, Jesus Christ. How did this man, manage to get his followers, thousands of followers, viewers and subscribers, to give him money for something he allegedly had no intention of pursuing? Remember, he told his viewers he was going to use that money, those donations, to fight the BBC, bring names out into the open, and expose everyone and everything, and he never did. So, he was smart enough to make all this money from people watching him, yet still be so dense and self-destructingly stupid, if that's the correct term. Now, again, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a red robe, I'm not a law lord, I'm not a barrister. All I am is a former prison officer with 11 years experience. I've sat through trials, cases, I've been to appeals, and my advice to Alex Belfield is this: just ride out what you've got in prison or risk very much having more added to it, and you don't need that, not now. Because looking at his case, I doubt very much a judge would be very sympathetic and reduce his sentence. Not to mention the fact that having a couple of extra years added onto your time, onto your sentence, could have a devastating effect mentally on him, as I've seen it do to other prisoners who've attempted this. So the Alex Belfield story could yet have an even crueler legal twist here. Anyway, that's my video. That's what I think. No apologies for another Alex Belfield video. So cry as much as you like. I drink your tears. Right, that's it. That's my video. Hope you like. Let me know what you think in the comments. And until the next time, have a great day. Look after yourselves and Roger Trout.